Though I did bring up an interesting point previously with my former question. Does Horizen have or plan to have moral guidelines for selecting its future partners?
Yes. So again, I'm going to go back and kind of um, restate kind of our mission statement, um, securing the world's transition to Web3. And so that kind of just means like helping people transition to Web3, but it also means, in my opinion, kind of like creating a safe, secure, and trustworthy way to participate in Web3. So ultimately, yes, we have matured pretty significantly as an organization over the past year and a half. We began to put into place a number of systems and processes that we believe will help us kind of select the partners that are going to align to the mission that I just mentioned. One of the things that we've been thinking about, though, is that rug pulls certain harmful things that have happened in the industry over the past, I guess, couple of years, at least since I've been participating in crypto and blockchain, certainly set us back quite significantly. Kind of take one step forward and two steps back, it seems like sometimes. And we don't want to do business with people who are going to set us back. We are positioning ourselves to be a player in this industry for a very long time. And so we have constantly tried to learn from all the mistakes that have been made over the past, and are really trying to understand how other ecosystems have done things successfully and ensure that the partners that we select, the technology that we build, and everything we do essentially is all in service of creating a resilient system, ecosystem, protocols, technology that will be sustainable throughout the next bull cycle and whatever that brings, and then whatever cycles happen beyond that.
Okay, and you mentioned a few different kinds of use cases that you're anticipating to see in your last answer. Is there a particular use case of Horizen which could make it mass adopted?
There are certainly a number. The most near-term use case is really the implementation of our Ethereum virtual machine sidechain, as Zen will be the way that folks pay transaction fees and pay contract deployment fees. That's obviously the biggest and shortest term one, but we're kind of focused on building out a number of things within Horizen Labs. We have some protocols that we're going to be launching with the EVM in testnet and in mainnet. Those will hopefully drive usage of our sidechain and therefore usage of Zen. But the ecosystem is kind of like really a platform that's meant to enable people to launch their own ideas, protocols, etc. So as someone within the organization kind of keeps pushing and saying, and I think it's a really great analogy, Microsoft, if you look kind of back, built an operating system, and they certainly built some apps that have become ubiquitous and have been super useful. But a lot of the apps that we use every day aren't built by Horizen or built by Microsoft or Apple. They're built by enterprises. They're built by individual developers that turn into big companies. And so really what we're looking for, and the EVM is going to be a jumping off point, is for developers to come in and potentially build the next killer use case. Now that we're speaking the same language as the rest of the world, there's a significant opportunity for people to kind of jump in and experiment and do those kinds of things. And so in tandem with Horizen Labs, hopefully we can build something really awesome with the community.
And do you think that something that we may build in the future could potentially be a ZK EVM?
It certainly could be. We have done some research on ZK EVMs, but for now, we're really, really laser focused on building the EVM for all the reasons that I cited in previous statements that I've made. And if the ZK EVM is something that the industry really feels is going to be a massive part of the future of our industry, then we'll certainly consider adding it as something on our roadmap. It's currently on our roadmap to continue to look into, keep an eye on, continue to kind of strategically evaluate. And again, if we see an opportunity to play in that space going forward, we certainly will. We have adopted agile methodologies, so we're relatively nimble and able to pivot into things as they come up, or as we see the need to kind of pivot into them.
Okay, amazing.